Good morning, good night, good afternoon, or whatever time that you are watching this very episode of today. This is the Youth Pulse podcast with me, Diko D. Andrew. And each and every time we have nice topics that we are going to be speaking from our hearts because whenever it's the Youth Pulse podcast, we are speaking from our hearts. And from the last episode, I bet you have watched it, but if you haven't, kindly go to our YouTube channel, which is iRadio, and like, follow, and subscribe, and share with the content that we're having when it comes to our podcast. And today we are having a very interesting topic in which we are going to be talking about managing stress and anxiety at school. And each and every time we do have a guest in the studio. And today we are having one of the amazing guests in which we had her before, but today is going to be in a different topic. A very good morning, good night, good afternoon, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
أنا تمام كيفك؟
أنا كويسة مو كويس.
زمن طويل.
Yeah.
How
A
is
long
it so
time.
far?
I'm good, just pushing. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Today we are going to be handling something a little bit sensitive in regard to احنا كشباب. But كان جاب for later like فكرتك شنو عن stress ولا anxiety ده شنو أول حاجة بيجي في راسك؟
Okay, نتكلم عن stress first. Stress, according to the definition that I know, is something that bothers you. It's قاعد تفكر فيه psychologically, like it's a psychological pain. Yeah, that is stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when it comes to you, like how do you normally handle if we unexpected situation that stress كده itabi handle gisi ntoki كيف؟
Okay, for my case, when I have stress, I try to look for new ways. Like, for example, new activities that I've not done before. Yeah, I do it. It kind of release my stress.
Okay.
So this is how I deal with mine. I look for new activities, something that I've not done before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like just to release the stress.
Just to release it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like احنا كنجينا زي مثلا in our society as South Sudanese or even احنا كشباب, it's very hard for someone to identify that they are going through stress.
Okay.
Because maybe احنا منا من كنا صغار stress بيجا later زي مثلا if your mother kept your football away from you so that you don't play it begin فكر what will happen to my ball or something like that أو زي مثلا إتا كان في school إتا بينو في زول تاني ناجا أول منيتا ولا if you have failed now the fear in you and you'll just everything just started revolving around your grades and whatsoever but now in our society how can really أنا بقدر كنغا feel like I'm going through stress because like even community تانا ما بيساعدوا ما بقدر أعرف قليل.
Yeah, you're going
through something.
One thing that I would like to say before I come to that one. Nowadays, like in Shabab, we like to use the word stress so much. I don't know why. Like in any situation, maybe you're going through some problems, family problems. It could be any kind of a problem. Like interviews will just be like, I'm going through stress. And I'm stressed.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a new word, kida, and it kind of vibes. I don't know why like people feel good like when telling that I am stressed. I don't know why people do use it. But I think stress, when it comes to our society, it is not taken seriously because you don't even talk about it. Yeah, maybe if I'm going through something, I can confront my sister, my mom, I'm going through this and this and this.
Yes.
And stress can be too much, it can even affect you mentally.
Yes.
And you don't know.
Yeah.
So I feel like we don't have that platform whereby you can ask, you can seek.
Yourself.
Yeah. And then you tell them I'm going through this and then they will help you. I think we don't have that. So I think that's one of the problems. Yeah.
But even when it comes to you saying it's a vibe because like definitely that's very true. And حاجة بس أنا في stress but أنا like أنا بيتيمو في راسي
Like it's just a word like people like these days.
That's for sure. But for your case, like what are some of the scenario where a situation alligator itakana you're so stressed and how did you deal with it that very period of time?
Okay, mine it was when I wanted to join university. For me, I wanted to study mass media, not actually mass communication. But then in Juba here, the course is not available.
Yes.
So I had to travel to this country here, UG or Kenya. So I happened to go to Kenya 2022. And then I'm about to enroll and then family calls me like, sure, you you have to come back.
Yes.
Gurush biga mafi.
Yes.
And you know how Kenya, it's very
Yeah, it's
expensive.
expensive.
So that was a very stressful journey of my life. I was like, no, I can't go back to Juba. They want me to study journalism. I don't want.
Yes.
So it was so stressing. At that period of time, I felt I was actually depressed, you know?
Yeah.
And because it was so much, I can't even tell anyone, okay, I'm going through this problem or what. So I felt like I'm now reaching out to people. Hey, do you know this scholarship is there just to release what I'm having?
Yes.
So it was really, really bad. But I thank God I had to just accept. One of the methods that we need to do now is accept. You need to accept that this can't happen.
Yeah.
Okay, what is next? So I had to come back to Juba and start
Afresh.
studying journalism. We don't want, but it's okay.
Yours can be in a situation of education matters, but
Yeah.
mine was a little bit social.
Okay.
Remember لما كان ناس بدوا يرجعوا من السودان 2011 2012.
Yeah.
So احنا جينا في من خرطوم لجوبا 2012.
Okay.
يلا كان transition من السودان لهنا ده like that thing of a new place, new people, you have to start afresh from everywhere.
Yeah.
Kalam there was Jana Shoya. I was even having sleepless night, like the places that we used to chill from and all the friends, now I have to start from afresh. And go budana kida his I'm bigger baid me na I'm bigger bigini parao.
You're isolating yourself
yeah,
from
I'm
people.
isolating myself because like I feel like maybe ana kanamul haja da parents I birija back في خرطوم لكن أجي ما أعمل نفسه. The same thing برضو جا حاصل لقونا جاي امتحن شهادة سودانية. I finished from Sudan International for Kampala. So أنا كلاس من Kampala, so I was still now having the hope like I'm going back to Sudan, I'm going to chill with my friends and everything's going back to the same place. I'm big أنا تلا شهادة تاعي. My dad was saying that okay, there's this university in Uganda, you come and study at. Then I said like, but I want to study from here. So like no. There's no way. So she had a title في أول أسبوع شهادة سودانية when I went back to Khartoum عشان أمبراتا لا transcript.
Yeah.
She had a title في أول أسبوع but I pushed it for 3 months claiming that the certificate is not yet out and still they're still in process. From the first 5 days I was in Khartoum she had a kantala but I was thinking like maybe أنا كان أعمل زي he will allow me I can buy time for me to stay back. That's like that period Kamanda Kalana a little bit of a stress and anxiety moment because like again I need to be shifting. And again min ligana jam in Khartoum le Juba I had to do the acceptance process. Now it's starting afresh in Uganda. I now have to redo the whole process again and again and now start a new life in Uganda. So it was a little bit not nice, but yeah, it was
thank
just
God.
thank God for it.
Yes.
But for your case, like what can be the go-to strategy that can be so good for managing stress and anxiety in your daily life?
Okay, one thing I can say, number one is you need to avoid like for example if you are thinking, because stress I said is psychological, so if you're thinking about a certain thing you need to stop thinking about it. Avoid, maybe if there are certain places that you do go that reminds you of that stress you're having, just avoid, don't go there. I think that's one. Number two, كلمة دهين again additional بعربي جمان ده نادي بعربي it's very nice. Like in Arabic you need to, let me just say it in English, alert. You need to alert yourself like لأنه مخ ده أو حاجة بيشيلو جسم كله. So when here it's disturbed the whole body can't function very well, so you need to alert yourself. Naman haja it's coming to you best again te bada fakir fogo no, alert yourself, you're like I'll be fine, you know. So I think those are the two for me.
But now
زوسن
كان جا في علاقات especially كان
relationship
كان جا في relationship طبعا بنيتها واحد ما بكون أكل 5 يوم.
My dear, I've not done that before
because the boyfriend haven't picked up call or she saw the boyfriend with someone else or even like with the boys, because like they say men most of the time that men don't have emotion or they don't go through relationship stress. But I can see it from some of the people that I know, like I get boy maulad batal. It's really it's so like it's so stressful when it comes. I use the word stressful. It's so stressful when it comes to the boys as a gender, especially with relationship, because sometimes أثر تاع علاقة ولا العلاقة العاطفية بس stress. Sometimes I feel like قاعد يخلي أثر for a long time.
Yeah, it
period.
does. I've seen that with my sister. Yani he الزول أثر فيها شديد to an extent she can't start a new relationship, you know. But itabi fakir, she's just having the thinking about this guy. I can't cheat on him. Ita khalid zol. How can you not cheat on him? So it's that one is very serious. Yeah, and advice, if you're this kind of a person, please sibo ajadi. It has gone. Start a new chapter. You'd be okay.
And do you think like for us to relieve our stress, it can be through exercise? Because I know fina saima burudu amolo riada Kalin, but I feel like exercise can be a little bit of a help, because I myself, I have experienced it. There's a period of time I was going through something, that very period. Ana jaribu dakal gym basit. Even my gym like it was home gymming. Ambamo riada ta button and jakka kida shoya fi hosh, and it was a little bit relieving, because like bebilel tama bifekir. Best while you shower, you eat, you just go
Later
to sleep,
you
and
go back to
it's a
sleep.
bright new day again.
Yeah, I think you're right. Exercise helps a lot because naman itakata amel haja. You're not thinking about the stress. You're exercising. You even one of the things is make yourself busy. Get a new hobby. New hobbies can be reading. It can be anything, but so long as it's not connecting you to the stress that you're having. Yeah.
Okay. And if you're still watching this, guess what? This is the Youth Pulse podcast. And please, if you haven't done anything, please contribute with your comment or any of the question that we can prolong it. But then if you comment section, but then Anna can jack there and video lakin lahasi, you are highly welcome, and I hope you are going to be enjoying this one for a very long time, because we are talking about an interesting topic, which is managing stress and anxiety at school. Happy International Youth Day, by the
The same to you.
They can't get me on by the way.
I don't know even. When I was again with social media.
Yeah, how did you celebrate it?
Yeah, I was just home. Like I was like, oh, today is the Youth Day, International Youth Day. So what's up?
Yeah.
When
it comes to the International Youth Day, this 2024 theme, it was under the theme of From a Click to a Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. Like in Hasiana can join fi Kalamta social media, impacts to Toshunu for stress and anxiety levels, because like I feel like it's a very huge. And by the we had this very topic at Lihukan last week with some two guests about the pressure of the social media into our life and the impact of it. But now when it comes to anxiety and stress, like how do you think it does really have an impact, social media have impact on stress and anxiety to us?
Okay, I can say social media has impact. Number one, there are these motivational speakers. Steve Harvey, I don't know if you follow him.
Ted.
Yeah, so I think he's good. You know, sometimes when you go through his videos, he motivates a lot. So if you're going through stress and you go through his videos, he tells you, I started from a crash, blah, blah, blah. I did not study, but I'm doing this. You know, but do not take that. So it motivates. But then if you go to the right sources, like for example, like him, you can follow him, Steve Harvey. But I don't know about others. But I think he's the only guy. And there are many.
But even not only that, but kanana jaken gale fi jama, ita kan guide fi host a jama, and you'll be seeing people like that stress will be saying, I want that hair, I want that car, I want that iPhone she's having. Yala hajere bi bada asir forget it. Might like you'll not be sleeping, even you lose focus at in the class, because you'll be thinking like, this one is doing this, these people are going for a party. That pressure will be coming to you, and some people are so weak. I feel like do like shakhsiyatahum ضعيف ما بداري ذاك بس it is what it is though. شخصية الزول بكون ضعيف بكون أثر تأي حاجة حوالين توتو بيجا كون low stress لو ذاته ما عرف قالي it's already stress in for their life.
But I think for campus, I'm a campus, let me speak for myself. I know the pressure is there, especially when like right now the world we're in my university Stafford, you see people are having iPhones, you know, soru. For you, you're having your Android phone. Zata Santa Bitala fi public, it's very bad. You know, but what I can say is you need to know your grounds, bro,
Yeah.
sister. You need to know your
Yeah.
foundation, your
Mm.
background, where you come from. Do not compare yourself to others.
Mm.
You don't know how they got the iPhones.
Mhm.
You don't know how they got the hair, the wig, the shunu
Mhm.
shunu shunu. Maybe they have their source of income.
Yes.
You don't know.
Mm.
Juba, anything can happen.
I
So
know.
always be contented of what you have,
Yeah.
and you'll be okay. Do not stress yourself over
Mm.
hayata tanastani. No,
Okay.
yours will come.
And still with the theme that we are having is a click to progress. Do you
Mm.
think like the phone that we are having, it can transform someone's life?
Yeah, it does if you take it seriously.
Mm.
Like, for example, let me speak for my career. Like, I'm studying journalism,
Mm.
and you can start, like, if you have a good phone, even with a good camera,
Mm.
you can write some of the stories that
Mm.
you see.
Yes.
You record yourself.
Yes.
There are this editing app.
Mhm.
You edit,
Yeah.
and then you give it to somebody else who
Yeah.
is in that field, and you tell them, okay, how is this? How is that? It helps you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then if you just need your phone for TikTok,
Mm.
the socials, you want to show your people your daily
What you
vlog,
do. Yeah.
nas vlogger daily.
ما ده بيجي بستريس لنا
ده بيجي بستريس لناس
Yeah.
يشوف زول بعذب نفسه. Like في حاجة كده trend كده ولد كده, I don't know if you follow him, it's called Garang.
Mhm.
Garang something, he's on TikTok.
Yes.
Kaonis kalamta Bashakir ma Bashakir. I don't know if you watch this video.
No, I haven't.
Gali
Yeah.
zol bilibi su bishkir chato,
Mm.
ita bora fi room fi pyramid ita bilibi su bishkir.
Yes, I got that one. Yes.
And then ita dishu nafsak fiu tusawi nafsak shunu, you're telling people ita fi bishkir shunu shunu, and yet at home you don't have it. What is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Like, so what he's trying to pass is, do not impersonate somebody's life.
Mm.
Hajal that we go through as young people, we're trying to be like somebody else.
Mm.
Intabes ba asuru, like I see today Diko is doing a vlog. I also want to do a vlog, like in a hotel. So.
Mm.
Shit. Is it necessary?
That's for
No,
sure.
you don't know how she's doing it.
Mm.
So do your own.
That's for
So
sure.
do not pressure yourself over things like that.
And that will always
Mm.
bring for you the sleepless night that you
Uh-huh.
will be putting yourself into something that you can do something in a different way.
Yeah,
by
in a
the way.
different way, and you'll be unique for
Yeah,
that.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
But in this situation now, like, what do you think about the involvement or the role of the family and friends with someone who is undergoing stress and anxiety, and even they don't know that they're undergoing that? But what do you think the role of the friends and the family will be?
Okay, about family, I can say it's always good to open up.
Mm.
Like, for example, me, if I'm going through something, I share with my sisters.
Yeah.
Because these are the only people I do know.
Mm.
Yeah. So I share with them. I'll tell them, Wallah, I'm going through this and this
Yeah.
and this and that. So they're able to identify my problem.
Mm.
If there is a help that they need to help, they will give in.
What about the
Yeah.
people who are going to misjudge you?
Now, these people.
Because like sometimes
Mm.
itama back there worry hajal ta bi moro fogo le zol
Mm.
because ta bika fogal as zol le bija wonu su wala bija worry le zol wala hajere be
Yeah.
kon tarega galat.
Yeah, about that one, what I can say is care less about what the response of the person will be, if it's going to be negative or positive. But what you have to do is just tell it to them. And then the second thing, let it be the right person. Because some people, when you tell them your secret or you tell them what you're going through, they will actually use it against you.
Yeah.
Nasta fidna. Bekengal, Taru Galisara is mentally disturbed.
Yeah.
And now it's all over social media, and you know.
We gara kere talala ta orniktiza.
My dear, bisita fi msheshwa majanini. I don't know if
Yeah.
you be ina fi
Yeah.
Khartoum kati
Yeah.
jani mai. So I think you need to reach out to the right source.
Yes.
Somebody who you trust very much
Mm.
and who can really help you.
Mm.
If family can't do it, reach out to a therapist.
Mhm.
Yes.
But it's still, when it comes to the involvement of friends, as Sarah Itakelim, like it's so important, especially when it comes to friends and maybe cousins and sisters.
Yeah.
Because can just go relative, I feel like إحنا كجنوبين
Mm.
أنا لسه عنده ما فكرة رجعي is not a backward mindset or backward mentality, but أنا لسه موصل في situation إنه that we can be identify someone's weakness
Yeah,
and
yeah.
even how to help them.
Mm.
Because like ita kan kenga that you're going through this stress or this thing,
Mm.
people will start comparing your situation to some things that they have gone through. And nas keda kutu fi balagali, situations are different. Maybe
Sure.
you have gone through that and you have overcome your anxiety or stress in a different way,
Yeah.
and mine is in a different way. And it's also high time for parents to start being close to their kids, because I feel sometimes parents issue fi stress ta Mama, but that was, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, because like we really had a lot to learn through all this, especially when it comes to anxiety and stress. But I'm grateful that with such conversation that we'll be having onward, we'll be enlightening ourselves.
Yeah, sure.
Best shabab barao like in
Even Nascobar, yeah.
Nascobarin, come on.
Yeah, sure.
What will be that last message you would love to tell whoever is going through struggle and stress, anxiety, or whatever mental disturb? Can they relationship, social, academic?
Okay, my last message would be, I don't want to talk about relationship because that's a whole other topic.
Yes.
But if you're going through stress, I mentioned earlier, you have to avoid whatever you're going through. Like حاجات الجاية أحسن لك الجاية خليك تفكر. As I said, try to avoid them. Look for new hobbies. أعمل حاجات جديد. It can be anything, any hobby that you like. Do it. And then the second thing is alert yourself. Like naman ita tehis kalam dede rejilek firasai, because you do feel, right? Get tehis kalam dede rejik. Just alert yourself. Do something. Chop. And you'll be fine. And then le shabab, let's stop using this word stress when it's not necessarily, because bad marat you would be going through just emotional feeling haja adial. It's not actually the actual stress you're talking about. Lakini you would go around, wallahi I'm stressed. Telephone taki mashagal, I'm stressed. What are you stressed about? So let's use it when it's necessary, and let's seek for advice sometimes when you're going through stress. Go to the right source, because these people you go to, as you say here, you look alam de gidam before you know
it will be a public opinion.
Now everyone is judging you. Go to the right person. About therapists in these things of depression, stress, anxiety, I do not know if we'd have them in Juba, but if you're going through, you can reach out to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's also lovely whenever it comes to the Youth Pal podcast. Even I myself, I don't get to notice about it, but the time is up. And as always, I do love to tell you that each topic, it carry a lot of a nice conversation and a nice point for us to be taking through ourselves. But from me to you, try to always share and open up to the right person, and even like try to get close to the people who are going to be helping you out, because like with the stress and anxiety, it's a lot to carry, and I myself included, because I've been in that situation, and I bet you don't want to be in the same situation as well. But from me to you, this have been a very nice topic. Make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, and share and comment, please. My name is Idika Andrew. This have been the Youth Pulse podcast.
The Youth Pulse podcast, speaking from our hearts.